All right, it is day 5 of our challenge where we're going to move in 2025 from survival mode to thriving. It's time to thrive. And I think if you are watching this video, you're probably done with survival mode. You're probably done hanging on by a thread. And today is a really important one, which is where we become aware of how we handle failure and how we look at the experiences in our life that we have and whether we view them as failures or opportunities to learn and to grow. Each one of us experiences in our life what I like to call the learning dip, or the developmental climb, as we like to call it. What that looks like is we're walking along with life and we can see the horizon, we can see where we're going, we can see what we want to do. We're like so close. Sometimes we're just on a roll, right? Like life is moving well for us. We're like, we can reach out and touch it. And then for some reason, like we are snowboarding, we catch an edge and bam, we fall flat on our face. And it hurts like a mother, right? Like it feels like we literally took our face and smashed the ice with it. What just happened? Life was going so well. Why am I all of a sudden sitting at like the bottom of a pit, the pit of despair, right? Like, how did this happen? And a lot of times it happens because we were on a roll. Like maybe we had a new business idea. Maybe we had a new routine with our kids. Maybe we had a new idea for ourselves, for our fitness or our nutrition, and we're crushing it. And then we show up at a party and we eat the cake. Or we have a routine with our kids and then we don't wake up one morning because the alarm didn't go off. Or we're starting a new business and we thought it was going great and then we did a launch and it didn't go as well as we thought. And man, crash into the bottom of the pit. We've all had those moments, right? What do you do there? I want you to recognize it is not the fall into the pit that is the problem. You're human. We're all human. And to have emotions about things that go outside of expectations is super real. There's something called an expectations versus reality gap here, where we had an expectation and our reality didn't meet that. And in that gap, in that messy middle, is emotions. And it's okay that when we fell into the pit, we felt something. The problem is that's usually where we start to persecute ourselves a little bit. Fall in that pit and then we persecute ourselves for, I should be having a positive attitude right now. I should be having more mental toughness. What if instead we allowed ourselves to say, actually, I fell in the pit today and it sucks hard and I hit my face and it didn't feel good at all. I didn't appreciate it at all. And I'm trying to move forward. Well, what does move forward look like? I think it's important to recognize that if we, in that moment, will honor the emotions that we're feeling, brush ourselves off, and then recognize our opportunity to progress into the future, what happens in that moment is we don't actually go backwards. You know, it's an interesting construct. People like to say, oh yeah, I took 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. Did you? If you take 2 steps forward and then fall down, but then you stand back up and keep moving forward, did you ever actually go backwards? You didn't. The fall became part of progression, and that is the key. What did I learn? What got in my way? What do I need to work on right now because it got in my way last time that's actually going to allow me to move forward next time? What are some things that I need to put into place? Take, for example, our alarm didn't go off. Well, we might choose now to have 2 alarms, a backup alarm in case we hit our snooze button. And that is now something that can actually propel us forward. We might choose to try our product launch a slightly different way and see if that goes better than it did last time, and recognize that we learned from last time what not to do, which is often equally as important as learning what to do. We can recognize that when I go to a party and there's going to be cake there, I'm probably going to eat it, or I'm going to want some. So I'm going to make sure I eat a lot of protein before I go, or protein is part of my meal. And then I'm going to allow myself to have a treat, and I'm going to recognize that that's coming that night. Whatever it is that you need to learn about yourself in those moments so that you can actually progressively move forward and not feel like you're 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. You're not failing, you're learning. And as long as you stand up at the bottom of the fall and keep moving in that progressive lane forward, good things are coming.